Hello, hello, Core955.
And Hypergamer.
Back again, playing more Code Veronica, Part 13. So we pick up where we left off. Now, exactly where that is, I don't fucking remember.
That's fine, I do. It's all good. So you've just gotten the musical score, and I'm assuming that we are making our way back to the mansion to use it.
I hope that's what we're doing.
Well,
if not, this game's gonna go in a weird direction.
I mean, we've seen you play this before, so who knows?
Yeah, I'm no stranger to just wandering around blind.
This game is a good game for doing it.
Oh yes, here comes Wesker.
You must be the lovely Claire.
Everyone's favorite Catman.
Who are you?
Fun fact, in the book adaptation of this, he talks to Claire right now about having a boner for her. Not making that up.
Kinky.
Like, that's literally in the book.
That explains a piece of fan art I saw the other day.
No, that's just Rule 34.
Maybe.
Well, I'm just judging by your reaction. I'm going to assume that it involves Rule 34. But yes, it is a common pairing.
No.
Which is kind of disturbing.
What are you gonna do to him?
Oh, bitch smack.
It's amazing she didn't die from that.
Yeah, she should at least have whiplash. Oh well. It's the age-old law of video games and movies. You got plot armor up until the plot says fuck you.
Exactly. God, I forgot how much of a dick Wesker is in this game.
What dick he is?
Yeah. Like, the last time I remember really seeing him was Resident Evil 5 when he was just, like, Bond villain ridiculous. Whereas this is, he's actually threatening. And he's not just gonna stand there and tell you all of his plans.
He's not fucking around, he's actually out to fuck you over.
Yeah, exactly.
Also your audio sounds really cutty. Like, it just, like, stuttering.
I think that might be the Discord that we're using. The audio recording that I've got running is all good, so don't worry about that.
Could just be the internet as well, just having issues.
No, I think it's my sensitivity was too high. It should be good now, yeah?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, don't worry, the audio recording is all good. So, a little bit of background info for those watching.
Okay, good, because I didn't want to restart. And I doubt you did either.
It's fine. Don't need to restart.
Hey, look, I found a blue bug.
Oh, I wonder where that goes.
Yeah. Now, I don't think I find the red bug till like part 17.
Do you normally find the bugs together? I can't remember.
You're supposed to take the skeleton painting to get the other one.
Oh, that's right. You still haven't gotten the other...
Yeah. Yeah, we did the doc. So I think we're about to go back to the manor. And this is also where I get pissed off, because I think the bitch-ass Bandersnatcher just rubber bands his ass up there.
Yep, so the Bandersnatch will have respawned, and you no longer have the lighter.
Yep. And I learned how to do that trick with it. Well, I don't think it's the bow trick you're talking about, but it is an infinite arrow, an infinite stack. Not quite how the bows you're talking about, but it just makes the stack it pulls from whatever gun you're using, right? So it pulls from the second item slot.
Interesting.
It's weird.
That could very well be the bug that I'm thinking of. Like I said, I've only ever seen it in speedruns, and I don't remember it that well.
Yeah, the only thing that's infinite is if you use it to make an herb.
Yes, I think that might be the right one.
Yeah, if you make an herb infinite, it's infinite forever, and the even funnier is you can transfer it to Chris, and it'll still be an infinite green herb. So I could have used that to just have infinite health. Oh, there he is. Fuck you.
Nothing like a little bit of green herb to help you, man.
At this point, they probably need it for the PTSD.
Oh yeah. It's amazed that they're still functioning at this point. Well, to be fair, Chris is kind of not.
Chris is entirely made of alcohol and steroids.
I am still not unconvinced that Leggy's interpretation of Chris is not the correct interpretation, where he's just literally the tank from Left 4 Dead 2 at this point.
Well, didn't he lose some of his buffness in 7?
I mean, they completely changed his look in 7, so...
So they basically redid him again.
Yeah.
Oh yes, this is me trying to go up the stairs, but I can't because the zombie's in the way. So I make him fall down.
Oh, does it not let you up the stairs if the zombies is on it?
Yeah, apparently, he was directly in my path.
Interesting.
I was just like mashing the button like... Okay, you know what, fuck it.
I do like how he falls down.
Yeah, and that little bounce at the end. Dunk. Little touches. This area, I think, surprises me as well, because they fill it with zombies.
Do they... Oh, that's right, they do too. Especially considering they don't have any when you initially walk in.
Yeah. They just place them around these corners and shit to get you.
Sneaky buggers.
But yeah. I've just been watching some speedruns of Resident Evil games. 1, to kill time. 2, to learn some tricks for my own playthroughs.
So, I know you mentioned watching Cassie earlier. He actually has some good video... Well, he does some good speedruns because he always talks about it as he's doing it. But...
Yeah.
He also has been looking at recently... Resident Evil Remake Randomizer.
Oh god.
Yeah, so someone actually developed, and it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
They have developed a randomizer mod for Remake.
I wouldn't be surprised if they took the one that was... Because there's a version of 2 that has a randomizer.
It's a bit different because the engine for Remake is completely new. But,
well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Is like, they probably use that for inspiration.
Oh yeah, for sure. Inspiration, absolutely. But it's pretty brilliant because it basically, you run the randomizer, it'll generate the random list. And then you just, like, as long as you've got it in the same folder as the actual game, it'll randomize the items. Now, it only works for Chris at the moment. But one of the neat things they've been doing is they've been doing the randomization in a way that you cannot actually fight. Like, you can't get into a situation where it's impossible to win.
So basically, key items are locked behind doors they can't be.
Exactly. So they've made sure that the randomization is very, very random, but certain key items are still within a certain area so that you don't get permanently stuck.
So, you know where the armor key's behind the plant? Could it be replaced with an herb instead?
Yes, it can.
That'd be hilarious.
I think the funniest one I saw was not actually Cassie, but Raw Derps was playing it. And 25 minutes into the run, he was already in the sewers.
What the hell?
Because for whatever reason, before he even left the mansion for the first time, he had the battery. So he had the battery to get into the sewers, but here's the best part. He didn't have a weapon. He had a knife.
So, knife run.
He ended up dying.
At least in Remake, the knife isn't that bad.
Yeah, the knife ain't gonna do shit against hunters, though. And he got into the area where you have to save Rebecca from the hunter.
Oh god.
Yeah, he died. The hunter basically turned around, swiped him once, jumped at him, cut his head off.
Oh, you know, I was looking at the Sega Saturn version of Resident Evil 1. You know, did you know there's a replacement for the hunters?
Is there
called
really?
the Tick. Yes. So
Ah.
basically, the hunters are still in the game, but only in the mansion. In the catacombs and such, and the gardens, they're replaced with something called a Tick, which has sickle arms.
That's interesting that they did that for the Saturn version. I'm gonna have to have a look at that.
Instead of like cutting your head off, I think they slit your throat.
Ooh.
I can't find a video of the death animation, but it does talk about, like I was looking at its official move list, and its killing move is called neck cut.
Yeah, I might have to have a look at that. And I might have to get that. The Sega Saturn version, you said?
Yep, the Sega Saturn.
One of the few consoles I don't have.
It's also the one with the, that has the gold tyrant in the battle game.
Ah, right, yes.
Yeah, because the original Resident Evil 1 didn't have a battle game except the Sega Saturn version, right?
I believe that's correct, yes. It wasn't until the second game where they actually included a battle game of some description. Hey, there's your second Bandersnatch buddy friend.
Yep. And I didn't even know that, though, until, what's it called? For years, mostly because I grew up with the N64 version of RE2.
Not a bad version to grow up with. Particularly rare version
But
to grow
it
up with,
didn't
actually.
have... What's up?
I said particularly rare version to grow up with.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, because of that, I didn't know there was such a thing as the Extreme Battle game. So here's me just trying to juke these fuckers out, trying to get them to both get up there out of my way.
They're not having any of it.
Yeah, they're just like, nah, we're not going to play that game today.
You made it through mostly alright.
Yeah, after taking like 6 hits.
Worth.
Oh yeah, but yeah, well yeah, I grew up with it because my father had an N64, and he loved the old Resident Evil 2. He's the one who got me into Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, my dad got me into Resident Evil 2 as well, except the PS1 version.
I'd give you the spare copy if I could find it. But I can't find the damn thing.
I would need to get an international N64 for that.
Still, just having the game itself would be pretty fucking dope.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's on my short list of versions to get. That and the Dreamcast version as well.
Yeah, cause that's also one of the few games that it's not straight up inferior or superior to the PlayStation version. It has its downsides, but it also has its upsides.
Yeah.
It's also the only version with legitimate cheat codes, not Game Sharks.
If I recall correctly as well, it also uses the virtual memory unit, so it actually displays your life on the controller.
No, that's the Dreamcast.
That's what I meant. What was I?
I was still talking about the N64 version of RE2.
No, sorry, I was saying the Dreamcast, but yes, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. What else was there?
Didn't it also have green blood?
It had green, blue, yellow, and red.
Okay.
It gave you all the different fucking choices.
You can bleed all the colors of the rainbow.
It's the real homosexual agenda.
So you can bleed whatever color you want.
Alright, so it looks like we got about probably 30 seconds.
On the bright side, at least you've come back to the right place.
Yeah, but I don't think we're getting in there.
Yeah, not quite. Not yet. You still need to go find the blue medal.
Yep. I think I eventually just looked it up and said, fuck it. Okay, I missed it by Steve.
Alrighty.
Okay. This has been Core 955.
And Hypergamer.
Playing Code Veronica. Thank you for joining us. And
Talk to you
goodbye.
next time.